Welcome to Enhancing the Human Experience, where it's all about helping you create and live your best life. This is episode 49, and I got a question for you. Do you sometimes feel like you just don't want to get into action, do the things that are required to realize your goals and dreams? Maybe feel a little lethargic sometime, a little lazy, think I'll just do it tomorrow? Well, I've got a tool for you that will get you up and get you going for sure. I call it the Polarity Tool, and it's a really simple process you can go through and keep with you in your personal development binder, or even make a mini Polarity Tool. We'll talk about that in a moment, but super simple to make that will also help you get into action, right? Because we know that you've got to take action to realize your goals and dreams in life. They're not going to manifest themselves, at least not yet, right? So until that time, you need to do the work to realize your goals. The principle is really simple. It's based on the idea that you're going to take what you don't want and what you do want, and what you do want is going to pull you toward it, and what you don't want is going to push you, drive you, right? Push you into motion. The idea is really similar to how a magnetic train works, right? Like a maglev train. By changing the polarity within the track and the train itself, the train is pushed forward and it's also pulled forward. And if you know anything about the maglev trains, they can get humming. They can move really, really fast. And to create massive success in life, you've got to move really, really fast too, right? And by that, I mean produce a lot, do a lot, take a lot of focused, determined action toward your goals and dreams, right? And so this is why this tool is really powerful, because let's face it, sometimes we just don't want to take that action, right? We want to delay it, especially if things are going pretty good, right? Comfort is like the enemy of success, isn't it? If you get too comfortable, if you're kind of doing okay, cruising at a good speed, maybe you don't want to put the time in to make more success. This is why I love one of Grant Cardone's famous statements that he says, hey, I act like I'm on my last dollar every day, all the time. And that's kind of what you've got to do, isn't it? To move forward and take that action. So here's the very simple process to make a polarity tool. So you can get a sheet of paper, 8 by 10 or small if you want to do like a pocket-sized polarity tool. But essentially, on one side of the tool, you're going to write at the top, what I don't want. And on the other side of the page, you're going to write at the top, what I do want. And then in the very middle, draw a circle, and you could draw a little stick figure of yourself in there, or put, the word you in there, but that's you right in the middle. Now, as far as what else you got to put on here, put some kind of differentiating lines around it. And I'll put a picture up on my website, gmarkphillips.com. But essentially, you kind of want to carve out a little area for you, and then a delineating line that has like two magnets, right? Two magnets that are pointing together. That's a pretty good analogy. Two horseshoe type magnets with you right in the middle, and they're pointing toward each other. So once you've got that, what I don't want, what I do want, then you're going to list all the things that you don't want, the things that will make your life suck if you don't realize your goals and dreams. These can be experiences, conditions, physical things that might happen to you. Go as far as you can. Like, think of the worst things that could happen to you if you don't realize your goals. And I know that's going to suck to bring those into your consciousness, but they're very, very valuable. As long as you don't identify with those things, just use them for what they are, motivational tools, you're going to be fine. On the other side of the paper, write down what you do want. Now, I'm sure you have a list of your goals and dreams and all the awesome things you want to create for yourself, the experiences, the conditions, the material abundance, the money, all those things that you really want in your life that get you up and get you going in the morning, right? You put that on the side of what I do want. And again, you're right in the middle there. And so what happens is, sometimes it's easy to move toward your goals and dreams, isn't it? Sometimes you get up in the morning, you're inspired, and you feel a lot of energy, and you just move into the day and you get it done. Other times you get up and you don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to move toward your goal and dream. That's when the polarity tool really comes into play, because many studies have found that people are more motivated by pain than they are by pleasure. And you probably have realized this in your own life. So at that point in time, you get out the polarity tool and look at the things you don't want. And I guarantee you will get into action really fast. I use this all the time in my own life, and it works like nobody's business, because a couple of thoughts about what you don't want or what's waiting for you down the road if you fail at what you're doing will get you into action very, very fast, especially if you were really honest with yourself and really put some very painful experiences down in the column of what I don't want. That's when your polarity tool is going to get really big. And as you can see here, the idea is that what you do want is going to pull you toward it, and what you don't want is going to push you. So you're kind of suspended. If you imagine yourself as a magnetic train, you're suspended here, and that polarity, the negatives that you don't want, the positives that you do want, are pushing you down the track toward your goal and dream. Another way to look at this is, if a bear was chasing you in the woods, you would guarantee run so fast, like nobody's business, almost Olympic runner speed, really, if a bear was chasing you. However, if you're walking to a beach vacation that you've set for yourself, you may not move that fast, right? Because that's going to be there. That bear catches you, you are toast. So you're going to run like nobody's business. And that's the value of a polarity tool. You don't have to use that all the time. Like I say, sometimes, you don't have to use that idea all the time. Sometimes we are inspired, right? And you have the inspiration to take the actions that are necessary that are going to bring you your goals and dreams, but other days, not so much. And that's where the real value of a polarity tool comes in. When you really don't feel like getting into action, it'll get you into action very fast. So I'll put some pictures up on my social media, on my Instagram and Facebook, of this little diagram of the polarity tool. Like I said, it's not rocket science. It's really easy, but don't let the simplicity of it fool you. It is a very, very powerful tool. My Instagram, by the way, is at gmarkphillips, or Facebook is gmarkphillipsfan, F-A-N, or you can also always find supporting stuff and images and links on my website, gmarkphillips.com. All right, so that's the show. I just wanted to share that very quick and powerful motivational focusing tool, and really an action tool. It's a tool to get you into action. And I think you're going to find it very valuable on your journey toward realizing all the massive success that you've got coming to you. So until next time, all the best, health, wealth, and success. Bye-bye.